What's up, YouTube? Rehab here. I know no one knows who I am. I'm not a prominent Halo YouTuber, nor do I have any sort of notoriety in the Halo community. I'm just some little fat bitch behind a computer screen. 24-year-old living with his mama, spends 90% of his free time playing video games. I only interact with people on the internet. But wait, hear me out. I've been playing a lot of the Halo 3 throwback playlist on Halo 5, and it's such a breath of fresh air. Halo 5 has felt extremely stale lately, and no, not the only one who feels this way. I mean, we've been playing pretty much the same maps and game types for almost 2 years. But this throwback playlist adds a whole other element to the game. Sure, it isn't perfect. I mean, you thought the BR was unbalanced before? Wait until you're trying to get away around the corner with that fire hose spraying you down. The frame rate also seems to be an issue still with the Forge maps. But the feeling of trying to outmaneuver and outgun your opponents with nothing other than your BR and a few skill jumps around the map is one of a kind. This playlist makes me wonder what Halo 5 could have been if 343 wasn't chasing industry trends and stuck to a more traditional Halo. Many people were upset, myself included, that there wasn't a Halo 3 anniversary announced for this fall. However, in retrospect, I feel like this isn't such a bad thing. Halo 3, although one of the greatest and most beloved games of my lifetime, is still a 10-year-old game. As much love as I and many others have for this game, looking backward is not a productive way to grow your franchise. Re-releasing an old game will not win you over new fans. Although it would be a nice treat for all the old Halo fans, anyone interested in this game has already played it. I had the same feelings with the Modern Warfare Remastered game that released last year. I sunk a couple hundred hours into this game. I had a lot of fun playing it, but at the end of the day, it was nothing new. It was just a nostalgic trip down memory lane, but nothing more. And let's not forget how HRA would most likely be changed similarly to Halo 2 Anniversary. There's a big possibility that this game would have skill gap closing elements added in the game, such as grenade hit markers, maybe even weapon timers. It's not outside the realm of possibility that Microsoft would force 343 to add microtransactions to a Halo 3 Anniversary as well. Overall, I think Halo 3 Anniversary would be beloved by the OG Halo fans, a short fad for casual fans, and ignored by the mass population. Instead of dwelling on the past successes of Halo, 343 needs to return to its roots and work toward the future. A new game built from the ground up that is different from everything else on the market. A classic arena shooter that focuses on the high skill ceiling. No shiny glint showing you where you are being sniped from. No clamber that saves you when you miss a jump. No grenade hit markers telling you where someone is due to a random nade you threw. No weapon timers constantly reminding you to pay attention to the power weapon. No ridiculous bullet magnetism that basically snipes for you. No sprint or thrust that saves you when you put yourself in a bad position. These small intricacies used to be the responsibility of the player. Those were the things that separated the good players from the great players. Now they are hand-fed to you. These were added to the game to follow the market trend and to appeal to the general FPS population. The problem with this is that the general player moves on from your game the second the next AAA title comes along. The average gamer doesn't commit to one game for extended periods of time. Targeting the average gamer is just not a good strategy when you're trying to build the fan base back to what it once was. 343 is spending so much time and money focusing on esports, but then they add features that make their games easier rather than more challenging. That challenging aspect is what gets players hooked on your game. It's an addiction. That's one of the reasons why the original trilogy was so successful, and why the newer games have struggled. Once you take away the competitive nature of Halo and pander to the masses, your game gets lost within the other thousands of games on the market. Instead of chasing players, focus on making a great game, and the players will come. Thank you everyone who tuned in for this video, if by some slim chance you're still watching. Sorry if I sound like a little bitch. This is my first attempt at a video like this. I just wanted to share my thoughts. I know asking Halo to return to its roots is controversial to some of its newer fans, so feel free to leave your comments below. I'm gonna let this gameplay finish up, and I'll catch you guys later.
Double times the kills. Killing party. Next kill wins.
Enemy in red yard.
Game over and you made victory.
You guys let me down.